Hi, you two. Hope you're okay. Um, this is our English lesson 5 now, isn't it? Okay. So yesterday you did your wonderful sentences and making sure we really understood the story. Okay. So what I'd like to think about now is, remember I said yesterday that you're going to think of your own superhero. So what you need to do now today is you need to think of a superhero name for yourself, okay? And we've got to remember that everyone has a superpower. Everybody has something that they're really good at. Some superpowers are inside us and some are on the outside that everyone can see, okay? So like Joey's really good at sport and using her body to do things. And Raja is a brilliant artist. And Sammy is a really good listener, isn't he? So he can listen using his ears. Okay. So they all have their own superpowers, and it's not like being invisible or what's another superpower that you could have? Flying. It's not those superpowers, is it? It's like other superpowers that can help people. Okay, so you could have kindness, could be your superpower. Yeah, you could have a superpower that makes somebody laugh, makes somebody always feel happy. So they could be superpowers that you could think of. Okay, so your challenge for today is to come up with a superhero name for yourself. Write your superhero name here. So you might have the name. So like all the superheroes in our story had their first name first. So let's come up with Esme. Let's use the word name Esme. We might have an Esme in our class, might we? I don't know. So let's come up with the name Esme. Choose an adjective from the list below or think of your own and write it here. So superhero adjectives. So that's describing something. That's describing you, isn't it? An adjective is describing something, isn't it? Okay. So we could have, let me come up with one for Esme. I'm gonna have Esme Magnificent. That's what I've come up with for Esme. She might want to change it to a different one. Esme Magnificent. So I'm going to write my full superhero now name here. Now I need to think about the superpower. Okay, so I'm going to have a look here at some different superpowers, but I might come up with my own superhero. Okay, so my superpower. What am I going to have as my superpower? Let's have a read of some of these. Sport, art, music, singing, Lego, making things, taking photographs, playing games, general knowledge, science, nature, cooking, eating fruit and veg, caring for people, giving hugs, making people laugh, being kind, looking after a pet, helping, problem solving, and recycling. I'm going to come up with for Esme. So Esme Magnificent, and her superpower is I'm going to have caring for people. That's going to be the superpower because I know that we might have an Esme that might have had a new baby in her house and she might have to help with and care for that new baby. So that might be her superpower. Might be caring for people, okay? So I want you to think of your superhero name. I want you to come up with an adjective to describe your superhero name. And I want you to come up with a superpower, okay? And have a really good think about why you've given yourself that superpower, okay? So if you had looking after a pet, you could say, because I have lots of pets at home and I have to look after them, or I have a pet at home and I have to look after that. I've got a feeling that somebody in our class might have this looking after a pet. I think there's somebody in our class who talks about their pets all the time, all the cats that they've got. Okay? I think their name might begin with a Z. Who might that be? Have a think. And then here, so that's our creative challenge. I'd like you to also start to think to draw your superhero, okay? Draw what your superhero might look like. So I want you to come up with a superhero name, a superpower, and draw your superpower. Not superpower, draw your superhero and what your superhero might look like, okay? So we're going to have your superhero name, your superhero power, and a picture of your superhero. That's 3 things that I would like you to do today, okay? So I'd like you to get on with that today and have a really good go at spelling things correctly, making sure we're using beautiful handwriting and trying our hardest with our pictures. You could also label your picture as well today. Hello, Nora. You okay? So I'm going to go now. Yeah. So have a really good go at doing that today, and I can't wait to see the work that you're doing on WeDuck and in your work packs, okay? Bye. See you later, you two. Have a lovely day.